Seth, how many horses you got in this operation, and what kind of a pen situation do you have for them?
Well, right now there's two of us that rotate in and out on riding pens, and each one of us has got 2 horses. And we've got a nice sized pen, nothing with barbed wire or anything like that. We try keeping a metal rail pen for them so that they're not getting tangled up with wire and getting injured that way. And I guess each one of us has got 2 horses, and we try rotating them horses in and out as often as possible.
Okay. When you say rotate in and out, you ride a different horse every day, or you ride them for a length of time and switch?
Well, right now I've got a young horse and an older horse, and if the weather's nice, I'm going to ride my younger horse and get to spend some time with her in the pens. But if I've got a big job ahead of me, if I got a big day ahead of me, if I feel like I got to pull a lot of sick cattle that day, I'm gonna ride my older horse, and if I got to ship cattle and that sort of stuff. But for the most part, I try not to ride my horses and abuse them. I try switching my horses in and out at least every 10 days. I don't want to ride a horse any longer than that, 10 days in a row. So.
And then give them some rest.
Yeah. Then we'll kick them out for 10 days or 20 days, just depending on the horses I have in my rotation.
I think you were telling me in your situation here that it's a little different in that you don't have a full day of riding probably for the horse, and probably a 4-hour, 5-hour situation, so they're maybe getting a little more rest, where some operations may switch them out a little faster than that.
Yeah, I know the other feedlots, they ride 8 hours a day or 7 hours a day, and we want to make sure them horses get switched out and taken care of, and we'll switch them out every 10 days and give them at least a 20-day break. And that way they're just staying fresh, and give them a good horse to work with. And but like you say, here at this feedlot, we don't have to do that. We ride 4 hours a day. That'd be a big day, but I don't want to abuse my horses either. I want to keep them fresh, and so I don't ride them any more than I have to as far as days in a row.
Okay, looking at the pen here, looks like you have pretty good space for the horses, so any dominant horse is probably not going to be a real big problem. Do you have any problems with that at all?
Oh no, we don't here at this feedlot. We just got 4 horses in here that'll stay in here overnight, and throughout the day I take 1 out to ride and then leave 3 in here. So there's not a big problem with that. If you throw your females in, that's going to create a problem. But for the most part, if they're used to each other, no, there's no problem with dominant horses.
Okay. And notice a nice windbreak back here for the horses. That should take care of them pretty well during the winter, and any storms or anything, they can get out of the wind that way.
Yep, and if it's going to be real miserable out, and it's going to be raining and sleeting and freezing, and all that combination, it's kind of miserable for a horse to be standing out here. And like you say, that windbreak's pretty good, but at the same time, I'll take him in and I'll stall him for the night and get him out of that weather, just so that he's fresh and ready to go in the morning, and I don't have to worry about getting him warmed up before I ride him.
Okay, that's a good idea. And if you got that option, that's good.
Yeah, and it is nice to have that.
Okay. Also see you have a bale feeder here that works for horses pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
You say you got a number of horses. How many horses do you think you get around a bale feeder without any problems?
Oh, 4 is comfortable, 6 is reasonable, but 8, as long as you don't have a dominant horse, that's pushing it though. 8 horses, and this way they can get up there and they can free choice hay all they want. They don't have to fight with the other horses.
Okay. Do you do anything when you go out in the morning to kind of break the routine, so you don't go to exactly the same pen each time, and horse gets to thinking they know where they're going?
Yeah, sometimes I'll switch them out and ride them up to the west end and work back this way, just so that they aren't doing the same thing every day, and they can approach the gates from a different angle or approach the cattle in a different order. And that's a pretty good practice to try and do, just to keep the mind of the horse fresh and working.
Very good. Are you feeding your horses twice a day on grain?
No, I grain them once a day. I give about a gallon a day of grain and oat mixture, and then the horse I ride, I make sure that he gets maybe a little extra than that, just so that he likes coming into the barn, and he likes getting rode, and he likes doing it. So I make sure that he's happy.